Sinta Ramadani. Welcome to Pecha Kucha about Dennis. Is Dennis a little boy with a self-voiced little behavior? He is a present always cause commission in Addis Ababa. What is the main cause of commission? If there's index try to make it Addis Ababa with Dennis, it will be very mold, very bland. It's like a small chilled paper who can be walked for of the story speech and excited the cause create in the smart watch. And body big in voice. Dennis' body is in that small, but when he open his mouth, he can be the source of this most valuable speaker. Sometimes like emergency alarm and the word flash and shell voice main weapon, and then his force of speech, but his channel kept on. He kept it can be full episode of drama. His cat it can cause emotional equates on the at a scale, and then always ask for anything. Dennis can explode ask for mitzvah, balance, and even ball cut in the middle of the night because it's called as long as when in his mask yet the legal force has never asked for UFO. If the legendary then has been start to panic, voice imitate need or help even from their cardiac. Then it's called only shake his hands. Next, true drama key. And then it does properly, and then it will immediately turn into a soap opera. The actor rolling and the board crazy and cleverly the drama sometimes at FTV at 7 in the morning. And straight but funny chill luggage. And Dennis had that call where can be evil, then sky can, rain candy as long hair crates, Dennis imagination has no break and mood swing every 10 seconds. I was lonely, no, I was crying, then I angry, then I was again, and then it's like a remote with a broken board, the kids change challenge without the unlimited with imagination. And then even plays kids, he can imagine a baby playing a pilot, the camera back in the air, the kid trying got caught or someone from class with imagination, with action. Then needed to find Dennis. During the magic show, Dennis suddenly shared everyone party. It turned out he ran away because the way Henry and was growing himself meatball in Kampujan style. And the song is style common everyone in the side like a tsunami alarm, but called immediately obey indoor voice 3 drama from little Dennis in forward, and although this sentence comes the portable code chaos made kind. Dennis did not need shorthand equipment to create chaos. He was known to be dread. The park became a battlefield. The next host called disperse this kid was like. But sometimes made of me melt. Sometimes Dennis could say edit you are my best friends. And instantly all the anger spent this kid is really good of feeling loveless to male adult hearts. And then I is love Dennis. It for Putra level crying, where Dennis cares the effect is like natural disaster. Children stop playing or stop trying something like Dennis is friends. And then so I don't have PPTS build the stress of meeting Dennis every week. And funny with efforts is Dennis does need script to bend just a scene or tone or talk nonsense, and people will have natural comedian shell, but then make him funny. A K character chaos. Dennis is like a small chill pepper, but can make and story hot in either soft jarro, might to physical and peace in well, sometimes it's boring. In that, Dennis expressed his soul sense. Dennis' behavior is like a word, and he is what any producer would be tempted to make speak of. And Dennis a little on the second. This is all cut about great movements. On the end, the real makes and issue. Dennis in that the score of like endorse it. No matter how anymore take and will and talk. And then thank you for the story of Trinidad get to know is the word listen to make, and thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I'm Wahyuni and I will talk about secret of the sea mythological creatures that defy logic. So guys, the sea is not just a home for sea animals, but also a source of many myths and legends by human imagination about the ocean. One thing that makes people interested by underwater world is the history of mythological creatures that told for centuries from one generation to another generation. The vast, dark, and inaccessible sea creates space for human fear and imagination, so that people wonder what is really happening in the deep ocean. Finally, mystical stories emerge to understand something that is invisible. FYI guys, until now, only 20% of the sea has explored by the humans. This means the 80% is still a mystery and could open up opportunities for new speculation and new mythological stories. And guys, exploring the ocean is more difficult than exploring the land. Why? Water pressure increases with increasing depth. Deep ocean temperatures reach 0 degrees Celsius and no sunlight penetrates the obstacle zone that makes exploring very dangerous. So, what is mythological creatures? Mythological creatures are beings that have supernatural powers or strange shapes. In the ocean, mythological creatures like kraken, siren, and sea dragons created by human fear and imagination. The first one is the kraken. The kraken is a legendary sea monster from Norse mythology. It was believed to live between Norway and Iceland and could sink ships with its big tentacles. It looks like an octopus and squid. Now guys, here is a video showing what people believe is the kraken. You can see a large tentacle coming out of the sea. Next is the siren. This is a creature from ancient Greek stories, known for its beautiful voices, and it looks like a mermaid, half human and half fish. In armor by Odysseus, siren represented as dangers and temptation from the sea. There are 3 video siren sighting. One part showing a wet hand that looks like humans. In mythology and cryptozoology, sea dragons are sea monsters that looks like a snake. People have reported seeing them of hundred of years. One story is from a man named Hans Egypt who saw it while sailing in near Greenland. Here are two videos taken at the same time, but different angles. Do you guys think it's really sea dragons or not? These creatures might come from misinterpreting sea animals. For example, dugongs are seen as sirens, giant octopus as kraken, and big eels as sea dragons. Public have different opinions. Others think it's real and the part of their cultural and history, and others think they are just story and legends. How about you guys? Do you believe it or not?
No.
Yes. So myths are created from people in the past to explain something they didn't understand. So the mythological creatures shows our fear of the unknown. Myths have many functions. They explain natural events, teach moral values, preserve history, and support religious tradition. So they are more than just a story. Besides the mythological creatures, the sea have other mysteries like sounds, ship disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle, and strange glow in the deep ocean. There are three technology in use right now. The first one is ROV and underwater robot control. The second one is sonar, and the last one is high pressure camera. Maybe one day will be new technologies that can uncover other mysteries. So, for all these myths, we can learn that curiosity is a human strength. Myths show our effort to understand the world, and legends are part of our culture and should be preserved. So guys, this is last slides as the closing. So the sea is not just a home for sea animals, but also a storehouse of mysteries. So guys, don't stop asking and don't stop exploring the world. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. My name is Bimo Rurie. Now I will explain about is martial art important for self-defense. Before that, we have to know what is martial art and what is self-defense. That is two different things. What is self-defense? Self-defense is an action taken to protect yourself, other people, or even your property from unlawful attacks. What is martial art? So, martial art is self-defense art that involves certain techniques such as attacking, blocking, and dodging. Okay. Connection between martial art and self-defense. So, martial arts focus on the fighting. It's the tool. It's a modern tool to protect yourself, while self-defense is a strategy for survival. Type of martial arts. There are so many types of martial arts, like Pecha Kucha from Indonesia, Judo from Japan, Kung Fu from China, and Capoeira from Brazil. For me, I'm using boxing and MMA. The advantages and the disadvantages of martial arts. The advantages is it improves your physical health. provide your ability to defend yourself and protect others from any harm and release stress. The disadvantages is risk of injury, busting self. Okay. It improves awareness of surroundings and potential dangers, help individuals feel more in control and less fearful. Okay. This is Joe Torres. This MMA fighter. So in 2018, he and his family getting home invasion by four gangs member. So he killed one of them in defense and chased the others. So besides martial arts, there are many things that you can use to defend yourself. So it sometimes it doesn't need a martial arts. Like you can have pepper spray, shouting for help, or taser. Yeah, sometimes someone said that if you know how to do martial arts, you can they say they can make you aggressive. It depends on the person. The fact is, it teaches you how to self-control, discipline, and respect. Women and vulnerable people are at high risk of dangerous situation. At least they need to have things like I said before, the thing that can defend themselves, like people say pocket knife, etc. Kids can learn discipline, courage, and physical boundaries. Teaching them not to be a victim or perpetrators, and it's fun and safe training when supervised by the coach. Okay. Martial arts is not about fighting and defending. It has values like capoeira from Brazilian. It's Afro-Brazilian history. They teach us how to express resistance, freedom, and cultural resilience through music and movement. Can everyone learn martial arts? Yes, any ages, any person that can learn martial arts. The challenges. So it can be so expensive. Start from the classes that you want to start, the uniform, the gear. Also the food that you need to eat, and it's risk of injury if not done safely or correctly. It teaches you how to have the habit of consistency, building the warrior mindset and connection between mind and body. So it's not only train your body, but it's also train your mind. Yes, because it is important to make them understand how to defend themselves. So there's no bullying or other threats, and they can use it in a perfect time and perfect place. In right time and right place. Remember, martial art is just a tool, okay, for self-defense, not a revenge or showing off. Because if you use it for revenge or showing off, you're gonna dead, not gonna lie. This is the most important thing that you have to know, that you need to avoid a fight. This does not show that you are afraid or a coward, but that shows that you are wise in making decisions, and the martial art that you learn is done teaching you. It's still martial arts for me. Of course, at least if you don't know the techniques, you know how to manage yourself when you're in a bad situation or you get it surrounded. And maybe that's I can explain about martial arts and self-defense.
Ciao, hello everyone. My name is Safwan Rafiyansyah and I will explain about the pasta. So, when people hear the word pasta, they usually think of spaghetti and red sauce. But pasta is so much more than just a meal. It's a part of culture, comfort, and creativity in the kitchen. Many people think pasta is originally from Italy, but the story is more complex. Some say Marco Polo brought it from China, others say early pasta came from the Arab world. The true origin is still debated today. Pasta versus noodles. They may look similar, right? But pasta and noodles are different. Pasta uses semolina flour, noodles use regular flour. They differ in taste, texture, and cultural use. Noodles are often softer, while pasta is firmer and holds sauce better. There are over 350 types of pasta. Long ones like spaghetti, short ones like penne, spirals like fusilli. Each shape has a reason. Some hold sauce better, some are for texture. There's a shape for every dish and every taste. Traditional pasta uses just 2 ingredients, semolina and water. Some versions use eggs. Today, we also have whole wheat and vegetable-based options. These give more variety in taste and health benefits. How pasta is made? Pasta can be handmade or machine-made. At home, it's rolled and cut. In factories, it's shaped and dried on a massive scale. The process has changed, but the love for pasta stays the same. Fresh versus dry pasta. Fresh pasta is soft and cooks faster. It's great with lighter sauces. Dry pasta lasts longer and works better with heavier sauce like bolognese. Both types have their own special use in different dishes. Popular pasta sauces. Sauce in the soul of pasta. Marinara is tomato based. Alfredo is creamy. Pesto uses pasta. Each one has a unique flavor and pairs with certain pasta shapes. The right combination brings out the best taste. Pasta in Italian culture. In Italy, pasta is more than food, it's tradition. Every region has its own pasta dish, like lasagna in Bologna or orecchiette in the south. Italians often eat pasta daily, and it's part of their family heritage. Pasta has gone global. In the US, it's comfort food. In Indonesia, we've made spicy versions and even rendang pasta. Each country adds its own twist, creating new pasta experience. People worry pasta is unhealthy, but with the right balance, vegetables, protein, and portion size, it can be part of a healthy diet. Whole grain pasta is even better for digestion and energy. Today, we have gluten-free pasta, pasta made from chickpeas, lentils, even seaweed. Perfect for people with dietary needs or special lifestyles. These options help more people enjoy pasta safely. In Italian restaurants, pasta is a must. Even fusion restaurants now create pasta dishes with local flavors. Chefs love using pasta as a base to show off their creativity. Pasta at home. Pasta is a go-to home meal. Quick, easy, and versatile. Anyone can cook it. Students, families, even beginners. You can make it simple or fancy, depending on your mood. In Italy, you eat spaghetti with just a fork, no spoons. And definitely don't cut long pasta. It's considered bad form. Eating pasta the right way shows respect for the tradition. pasta myth. Big myth. Pasta makes you fat. But the truth, it's the portion size that matters. Homemade pasta with healthy ingredients is just fine. It's about balance, not blame. Pasta as art. Pasta isn't just food, it's art. The shapes are beautiful and have even inspired jewelry, design, and observation. Some people even use colored dough to create pasta mosaics. Ever even eaten pasta when you're feeling down? There's a reason it's called comfort food. It's warm, familiar, and brings memories. Pasta connects us to home and happiness. The future of pasta. Imagine 3D printed pasta or pasta made from sustainable ingredients. Food technology is evolving and pasta evolves with it. The future of pasta is exciting and incredible. So, pasta isn't just a dish. It's a piece of culture, history, design, and daily life. It brings people together, ready to cook. Ready to cook some pasta today and be a part of the story?
No, it's expensive.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon everyone. So today I would like to explain to you a Pecha Kucha presentation. It's a story about Mahalini. And have you ever heard him, guys, Mahalini?
Yeah.
So today I would like to explain to you a story about Mahalini. So who is Mahalini? Mahalini is a rising star in Indonesian music scene and known for her powerful voice and deeply emotional ballads. And she captured national attention as a stand-up finalist on Indonesian Idol Season 10. And since then, her name has become synonymous with perfect and soul-stirring music. And then her early life. So, she was born and raised in Denpasar, Bali, surrounded by a culture rich in art and tradition. And from a young age, Mahalini had a strong passion for music, but she also pursued academics seriously. And she even studied dentistry before fully committing to a music career. And then start of her career. So, her career took off after Indonesian Idol. Every week, her performance stood out, and not just because of her vocal talent, but because of how genuinely she connected with each song. And that emotional authentically helped her build a loyal fan base and open doors in the music industry. Her genre and style. Mahalini's music is a unique fusion in modern pop, smooth, and traditional Indonesian ballads. And her songs is elegant and emotional, blending soft melodies with powerful lyrics and creating a style that's both fresh and timeless. And then her signature songs. So her most iconic songs is like Sisa Rasa, Melawan Restu, 17, Putra are filled with raw emotion. These tracks showcase her ability to capture her grief, longing, and love in a way that resonates deeply with listeners. So, emotional task. Mahalini's music delves into themes of loss, healing, and the complexity of relationships. And fans often say her lyrics speak directly to their experiences, especially to me. And she has a way of turning private pain into something beautiful and relatable. Musical influences. She's inspired Indonesian artists like Raisa and international icons like Angga. And what they all share is emotional honesty and vocal strength. And qualities that Mahalini channels into her own unique voice and songwriting. Her collaboration. One of the most popular collaborations was with her husband, Rizky Febian. Their duet became amazing hit, and whether it's also track or a feature, Mahalini always adds a rich emotional depth and that elevates the music. And then her impact on young. Her lyrics connect especially with young people who are exploring identity, relationships, and self-worth. And Mahalini gives them a voice, a soundtrack to their most personal moments of growth and emotion. and modern. She often incorporates various elements into her fashion and then creating looks that reflect her heritage while staying trendy and bold. And she's not just a singer, but she is a style icon too. And then awards and recognition. So, Mahalini has received multiple music awards, millions of streams, and consistently charts at the top. And her success is proof that music driven by emotion and authenticity can deeply connect with large audiences. Connection to Bali. Even with a national frame, Mahalini stays grounded in her Balinese identity. She celebrates her cultural roots proudly and often highlighting them in her music, fashion, videos, and public image. And the next, her role model status. Through her journey, Mahalini has become a role model for many, especially for a young woman. She shows that you can pursue your dreams with heart, vulnerability, and strength all at once. And then, her online presence. She shares her life openly with fans through Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And whether it's music reviews, behind the scenes moments, or personal reflections, she stays connected in a real and genuine way. And then her personal values. Mahalini values honesty, emotional expressions, and staying true to herself. And her music reflects those values. It's not just entertainment, but a mirror of who she is as a person and an artist. And the next, vocal strength. Her voice is her greatest instrument, pitched in tone and technically strong, and deeply expressive. Whether live or recorded, she knows how to convey emotion with every note she sings. Live performance. So, seeing Mahalini live is an unforgettable experience, especially for me too, because her connection with the audience is raw and genuine, and fans often say her voice sounds even better in person than in the studio. And then her fan base, linears. So her fans known as the linears, or we can say it as the Mylings, are incredibly devout. They show love by promoting her songs, creating fan art, and supporting her on social media. It's a community built on shared love her for music. Future plan. Mahalini has big dreams for the future. She is aiming to reach international audiences, explore new music genres, and maybe even expand into acting or launching her own brand. And then, last, as a closing. So, Mahalini is more than a singer. She is a storyteller, a role model, and a cultural voice of Indonesia's new generation. And her journey is just beginning, and the world is starting to listen. So, that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good afternoon.
Okay, hi everyone. Today I'm going to share a story. Not just any story, it's a story that once been retold for centuries. You got knights, betrayal, magical, and love. But this isn't a fairy tale that ends with a happy ending. This is a story where love, at least the wrong kind of love, was the core of Campbell. Now, before we dive into drama, let's talk about what is Arthurian legend. It's a bunch of old stories that talk about knights full of quests and a magical sword in stone. Writers such as Geoffrey of Monmouth, Riandi, and Thomas Mallory helped shape the version of what we know today. Now, in the stories, Camelot is like the ultimate kingdom where justice was ruled, where brave knights sat at a round table to show they were equal. King Arthur made the place as a place of hope, up this on the surface, because we will see that even the most perfect place can crumble from the inside. Now let's talk about the main in charge, King Arthur. He is the king that everyone looks up to. He was wise, fair, noble, and have a big-looking sword. He built a round table, and yeah, you get the idea. But despite for all his greatness, he had a blind spot. It's the people he trusted the most. Now let's meet the queen, Guinevere. She was beautiful, charming, unexpected, but her story was complicated. While she was married to Arthur, her heart didn't fully belong to him because she ended up falling in love with someone else. And it's not just anyone, it's Arthur's most trusted knight. And you can probably guess where this is going, and yeah, this is Sir Lancelot. The perfect knight. He was brave, strong, loyal, and at least in battlefield. But emotionally, not so much. Because he and Jennifer ended up having a deep connection, and that turned into a full-blown affair. They both knew it was wrong, but feelings don't always follow the rules. And after a while, at first they managed to hide the affair, whisper here and glimpses maybe a few suspicious, but nothing was confirmed. But over time, people start noticing that something was off because Lancelot was always around the queen. And in a place like Camelot, even a tiny scandal can spread like wildfire. And this is where Mordred and Agrippa stepped in. And these two knights have their own agendas. Maybe they were jealous, maybe they were just want more power. They exposed the affair and confronted Lancelot about it, which got Agrippa killed in the process. And with that, everything started to fall apart. Now, imagine being Arthur. You build a kingdom on honor and loyalty, and then you got betrayed by two people closest to you. He was heartbroken, but as a king, he had to act, and he had other choices. So he had to put his wife on trial for treason. So after this, things really went downhill after this. Once Jennifer was put on trial, the kingdom got divided into two sides. Some knights picked sides, Arthur's side, and some stayed loyal to Lancelot. And in terms of law, Jennifer committed treason, so he was put to death sentence. And Arthur actually didn't want to put Jennifer into a death sentence because it was his wife after all, but as a king he meant to put justice before his emotion. But of course, Lancelot wasn't about to let Jennifer die, so he charged in and saved Jennifer just before the execution. Sounds romantic, right? But not really, because in the process he killed several of Arthur's loyal knights, which only made the situation even worse. Now, after this, it all went up to war. Arthur decided to confront Lancelot and went on war with him. They fought a bloody battle, and while they were busy fighting each other, someone else was watching. It's waiting to strike, and that someone else is Mordred. Mordred is the bastard child of Arthur, so he decided to claim the throne for himself, and even try to marry Guinevere. So it was like a betrayal on top of betrayal. So it all leads to the Battle of Payangan. This is the final showdown between Arthur and Mordred. And it was brutal. Arthur managed to kill Mordred, but he was mortally wounded himself. And this battle was the final nail in the coffin for Camelot, because there's no any way for Camelot to recover after this. So after the battle, Arthur was taken to Avalon. It was a magical place where some say he could be healed in there, some say he died there, but it depends on which version you read and your interpretation. So after this, Guinevere becomes a nun to repay for his sins. She basically disappeared from the world to seek forgiveness and peace. And as for Lancelot, decided to become a monk. He was devastated about his decision. He regretted everything in his life, so he decided to become a monk to seek for forgiveness. Well, moral of the story is that love, when it's selfish and honest, can be really destructive. So, yeah, moral of the story, don't be a Lancelot. And if you're going to boil down the whole story to one sentence, it's cheating ruins everything. It's not only friendship, loyalty, any relationship. It basically destroys everything. So next time you hear something about forbidden love, something romantic, maybe you should think about the consequences. That's it.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nur Andini. So today I want to talk about the power of words in education. Words can motivate or discourage us, but do we realize their true power? Let's find out. For the first, let's start by understanding how words shape our learning experience. The word we hear in class affect how we learn. For example, you are doing great, make us feel motivated. But this is too hard for you, it can make us feel discouraged. Words can make the learning process easier or more difficult. Encouraging words like "you can do it" help students feel supported. Good teachers use words to teach and inspire learning. But words don't just affect how we learn. They also influence how we feel. Words affect emotions. Positive words make us happy and motivated, and negative words can create fear and stress in class. So, teachers play a key role in this because their words shape students' confidence. Teachers influence students' motivation. Saying "great ever" makes students feel supported. Good teachers use words to inspire learning. Throughout history, powerful words have shaped education and inspired change. Malala Yousafzai once said, "One child, one people, one book, and one pen can change the world." Her words remind us how education can change our life. Even in everyday classroom, simple words of encouragement can make a difference in education. Simple words like "thank you" can make us feel motivated. A few kind words can change a student's attitude. Hearing "you're improving" makes learning more enjoyable. But how should we give praise in a way that helps students grow? Of course, praise is ever, not just praising easy words. Instead of "you're so smart," it's better to say "you worked really hard on this." This encourages, this helps students keep improving. On the other hand, negative words can have a lasting impact on students. Negative words like "you are not good at this" can stop students from trying. We should use words that build confidence, not destroy it. This is especially important in students' discussions. In discussions, words should be respectful. Instead of "that's wrong," say "that's interesting, but I see it different." This encourages open-minded learning. But words also play a role in how students approach exams. Exams make students nervous, but saying "I am prepared, I can do this" boosts confidence and reduce stress. But words don't always have the same meaning in different cultures. We should be careful when using new words to avoid misunderstandings. Throughout history, like books use words to teach and inspire. Reading literature make us learn new ideas and improve our language skills. But even simple words like "thank you" can make a difference in education. Saying thank you to teachers and classmates creates a positive learning environment and makes schools a better encouragement improve focus and performance. This is also like to how students. This is also like to how students approach exams. What we say to ourselves matters. Saying, "I will try my best," keep us motivated and help us success, inshallah. That's why we must be careful when using new words. Words creates a positive or stressful person. So, students and teachers should always think before speaking. Now, let's wrap things up with a key takeaway from this presentation. Words save education. They can motivate or discover. The right words build confidence and makes learning better. So, let's choose the right words, build confidence, and not destroy it. Maybe that's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay guys, it's okay to be sad. This quote reminds us that all emotions are valid. The film inside us opened my eyes to the importance of understanding our own feelings. So the title of my Pecha Kucha is Emotions, inspired by the film. So what are emotions? Emotions are not just short feelings. According to Paul Ekman, emotions are fast responses to things that matter to us. They affect how we think, react, and live our lives. And in this movie, they show in an amazing way. The film shows 5 basic emotions: joy, sadness, fear, anger, and disgust. They live in the control center inside Riley's brain. Each of them plays an important role in her decision and reaction every day. Okay, the first character is joy. Joy is the most cheerful and energetic emotion. She always wants Riley to be happy, but in the end, we see the person joy all the time chooses away other emotions like sadness, and that causes big problems. Next, sadness. The first sadness is seen as troublemaker, but in the end, she is the one who helps Riley be understood. Sadness helps us get attention, empathy, and care from others. Sometimes pride is what saves us. And next, fear. Fear is always alert, careful, and sometimes paranoid, but he's very important. He protects Riley from danger. We are like that too. Fear helps us be cautious and avoid taking risks that might hurt us. And next, anger. Anger gets mad easily and explodes quickly, but he's not just about shooting. He appears when Riley feels something is unfair. In real life, anger can be a way to protect ourselves when we are hurt. And last is disgust. Disgust keeps Riley away from gross or uncomfortable things, both of physical and social, like when she's offered broccoli or when something feels wrong. This emotion helps us know what feels like and what doesn't. Emotional imbalance. The problems are when joy tries to control everything and fuses sadness away. Riley's control centers get messed up. It shows that rejecting even just one emotion can affect our emotional balance. The turning point is when Riley finally lets herself feel sad. That's when she gets a hug and understanding from her parents. We learn that sadness isn't weakness, it's an honest feeling that connects us to others. After that, joy realizes all emotions need to work together. Life isn't only about happiness, but from the mix of emotions, sadness, anger, fear, and other more, we can feel moments more deeply and meaningfully. We can see it in the movie. Memories have color based on emotion, but over time, one memory can change. A memory that was once painful can become something meaningful. Emotion and memory shape how we experience life. When Raya loses her emotions, she loses her sense of self. We are the same. If we keep hiding our feelings, we feel empty. Emotions are part of our identity, part of who we truly are. Many people are taught to always be happy, but that's not realistic. In my opinion, pretending to be okay all the time is tiring. Like Brent Brown says, we cannot selectively numb emotions. When we numb the painful, we also numb the positive. Let's learn from children. They are honest with their feelings. They cry when they are sad, laugh when they are happy. But as adults, we often hide emotion because we are afraid of being judged or seen as weak. In truth, being honest is healthy and free as long as you express it in the right place. Culture also influences us. For example, boys are often told not to cry, a stereotype that still exists today. But really, everyone, no matter their gender, has the right to feel and express emotion without fear of being judged. Ross and Thompson said that how we manage our emotion regulation is important for our mental health. If we keep hiding how we feel, stress and anxiety can build up. That's why understanding our emotions helps us survive. And why I choose this topic? Because I'm actually very emotional. I get angry easily and I feel sad easily. But there was a time when I could only show some emotion while the others were stuck inside. Even now, I still feel like that. Next, how about you guys? What emotion do you feel lately, especially during finals, which can be stressful? Do you allow the emotion to speak or do you push it down? Let's be honest, because that's the first step to understand ourselves. No matter how hard we try to pull our emotion back, they will come out anyway. When the moment comes, let them embrace every emotion you have. Because when we do, we are also learning to love ourselves completely. Thank you.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Good afternoon. My name is Christin and today I will present Pecha Kucha small insect big colors. What is cochineal? Have you ever noticed the rich color in food, cosmetic, or textile? That color might come from an inspected source. Cochineal, a tiny insect, the product, and instantly rebranded to red dye. For centuries, cochineal has lent its captivating hope to our product, and today we'll explore its fascinating journey. The noble cactus cochineal's home. Cochineal or Delicus opus lives and breathes essentially on prickly varieties. Opunia sp. thorny plants that thrive in dry, warm climates. History, natural D from the Aztec era. Cochineal D has been used from centuries. The ancient Aztecs and insight used it to color fabric and ceremonial items, symbolizing status and wealth. Harvesting process collecting cochineal insects. Cochineal harvesting is still largely done manually, a process requiring precision and skill. These insects are carefully collected from the prickly pear cacti. Processing from insect to tea. After harvesting, Cochineal is processed to extract carmine, the natural red pigment we know. This process involves freeing, crushing, and de-extraction. Chemical composition carmine acid as the core D. The main component of carmine is carminic acid, the compound that provides the characteristic red color. The clean lines of the extraction process determines the quality and intensity of the color. Colors produce various shades of red. By manipulating the extraction process and adding other ingredients, a stunning array of red hues can be produced from cochineal, making it versatile in many applications. The advantages of cochineal are safe and natural option. Compared to synthetic dyes, cochineal offers advantages in terms of safety and environmental friendliness, and the authenticity of natural colors. Compared to synthetic dyes, cochineal offers advantages in terms of safety and environmental friendliness, and the authenticity of natural colors. Application in the food industry, food and beverage. Cochineal provides safe natural red colors to various food and beverage, from candy to yogurt, and adding attractive and natural touch of color. Application in the cosmetic industry, lipstick, blush, edge. In the cosmetic industry, cochineal provides a safe natural red color to lipstick, blush, and other beauty products. Application in the textile industry, natural fabric. The traditional of dyeing textile with cochineal continue to this day. Its beautiful and long-lasting result keep it relevant through time. Cochineal cultivation as sustainable approach. Cultivating cochineal requires special care and knowledge of the ideal environmental condition for the growth of prickly pear cacti and the development of the cochineal. Challenges to cochineal cultivation pests and diseases. Pests and diseases are challenges in cochineal cultivation. Integrated pest management is necessary to ensure sustainable harvest. Natural dyes market. The demand of natural dyes, including cochineal, continue to rise, driven by increasing consumer awareness of safety and sustainability. Economic value of valuable resources. Cochineal has significant economic value, providing livelihoods for many farmers and contributing to local economies. Global production, a worldwide industry. Cochineal is produced in various countries around the world, with some countries being major producers. Unique facts, fascinating insights into cochineal. Interesting fact, only female cochineal insects produce the valuable red D. Their unique reproductive process contributes to its economic value. Conclusion. The use of cochineal is strictly regulated to ensure the safety and quality of the bee used in food and cosmetics. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Alma Sombo, and now I will present about the buffalo as the heart in the traditional ceremony of Remusola. Imagine a tradition
of the dishes. The Rambusolo tradition has been around for hundreds of years passage down from the Torajan ancestors. Since the beginning, buffalo sacrifice has been an inseparable part of Rambusolo. Buffalo is considered sacred animal that are believed to be able to exert spirits into able afterlife. For the Toraja people, buffalo are seen as kinalo, provisions that must be prepared so that the spirit of the dishes can reach via the realm of eternity. The number of buffalo sacrifice reflect the family social status. There are various types of buffalo used, ranging from ordinary buffalo, 100 buffalo, 200 horner buffalo. The shapes buffalo in the region of often called Tedong Kudu, a jet black buffalo. While the 200 buffalo is usually called Tedong Saleko with a price of 1 billion. The slaughter of buffalo is done by slashing the neck with a machete quickly and previously as a form of respect and pleasure so that the spirit of the dishes can immediately depart for kuya. Buffalo fighting or Maapasila Gatedong is an entertainment ritual that also functions as a symbol of courage and strength. This fight entertains the grieving family and strengthens social status. The symbol of the buffalo comes from the myth of the Raja, ancestor who view buffalo as protector and sacred animals. Buffalo become a spiritual symbol that connects the human world and the spirit world. Buffalo as a symbol of strength, prosperity, and social status. The more buffaloes sacrificed, the higher the family position in Toraja society. Alright, buffalo sacrifice involves the entire community, strengthening solidarity and a sense of togetherness. This ceremony is a moment for families and communities together to support each other. The largest buffalo market in Toraja, Pasar Tedong Bolu, is a center for buying selling buffalo that support the smooth running of ceremonies and the local economy. This market is an important place for the Toraja people. Buffalo training support the community economy, creating jobs and source of income. Many families save for years to be able to buy buffaloes for ceremonies. Buffalo that will be sacrificed are decorated with painting and traditional ornaments,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Payangan, I'm class A, 2023, and today I want to present my presentation about Star Wars. So, without further ado, I hope you all giving your attention while I'm doing my presentation. And let's jump on. So, what is Star Wars? So, Star Wars is basically a science fiction movie that is written by George Lucas in 1977. So this science fiction comic is about story about fighting in the galaxy between Jedi and Sith that were known as the sworn enemies who while the Jedi Sith want to take the whole galaxy. So what is Jedi and Sith? Jedi is a faction. It's a faction that is like who is close to keep it's a peacekeeper of the galaxy, and while the Sith is an enemy of the Jedi, which is known as their evil. And both of them are sworn enemies. And let's jump and Luke Skywalker. So Luke Skywalker is a Jedi who is very famous in the Star Wars, with his brave and his in the entire saga he's saving his. So Anakin Skywalker is the main character of the Star Wars saga, who is known as the first Jedi who is very famous and strong. He is at the end of the story, at the end of the prologue, he betrayed the Jedi and became a Sith. So other character background. Obi-Wan Kenobi is mentor or teacher of Anakin Skywalker and Luke Skywalker. And Padme Amidala is son of Anakin Skywalker. Princess Leia is the daughter of Anakin Skywalker. And the Clone Wars and the Fall of the Jedi. So Clone Wars basically is the first war in the Star Wars that is attacked by the Sith, and the Sith is trying to take the Empire and the rest of the Galactic Empire. So this is our Emperor Palpatine. So the Galactic Empire has been having a civil war between the Sith and Jedi. So the Sith is taking the Galactic Empire and conquer, and they're making the new Galactic Empire, which is known as the Eagle. So the number of the twins, Luke and Leia. And this is Padme Amidala, which is known as the mother of both Padme and Luke Skywalker. So Padme Amidala is giving her birth to both, and after giving the birth of the twins, of the Luke and Leia, though one of them are, Padme Amidala is dying because she doesn't have a will to live. And then Fox begins. This Luke Skywalker when he was a child. So Luke Skywalker as a child he's trying to he's a dream to have to save a princess called Princess Leia, which is known as his twin sister. The father and son conflict. This is short. This is his godfather, which after because while they're fighting each other because this is Luke Skywalker fighting is because he's the much stronger commander in the Galactic Empire. So let's jump to the Godfather reason. After Godfather feels like he's regret for what he doing in the past, he's trying to save his son, the little son, and Luke Skywalker. And Luke Skywalker realized that his father has been turning against the Jedi. The rest of the First Order. So First Order is a group of army that is created by the Galactic Empire and Emperor Palpatine after the Clone War, and Rey's the Jedi journey. So Rey's is a Jedi, the successor of the previous Jedi like Master Yoda, Anakin Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker. And he also in the journey meet Luke Skywalker for letting him to teach him, and for teaching her. Kylo Ren. So Kylo Ren is for information. Kylo Ren is a son of Han Solo, his looks like a close spur. So Kylo Ren is going to the darkness because of his to have a big ego to be have a powerful power that is if he joined when he's joined the Sith. So Rey versus Kylo Ren. So this is fight between Rey and Kylo Ren. So Kylo Ren is Luke Skywalker last time. Luke Skywalker last time is and short after Kylo Ren and Rey is fighting each other because of the space. Luke Skywalker is trying to saving the French fries and it includes the Reys. So the next is Ben Solo return. Ben Solo Ben Solo aka previously as Kylo Ren is returned to the Jedi after he feels like he wants to giving a redemption after what he did before to the every Jedi that he just killed. So the next is Emperor Palpatine defeated. Emperor Palpatine defeated after he fighting Luke Skywalker and Rey and Ben Solo and the speak of his defeated and died because of the grandson. So Boro don't really like Anakin. Because of Anakin, he's been like the start of all of this saga because of his betrayal and his craziness. So as you can see in this picture, I'm going to change the world. Then Padme says, for the better right, that is right. Actually, this is right. And the conclusion is don't let your ego control your life. So don't let your ego control your life because ego is very dangerous if you control your whole mind or whole life aspects because it will be very dangerous and very crazy. So maybe that's all for me and